why I'm here is because my friend goes to Cambridge. He's in his first year, and I met a lot of his friends from his course in Madrid. Yeah, they should all be working probably right now. So that's where I'm going, the Cambridge Architecture Studio. I've seen it from the outside. It's kind of sketchy, honestly. It looks like a bike park. This is the building. This one right here. This is it. It's like a little cafe over here. And then this is it. Faculty of Architecture, History of Art. So if you know what I mean by saying this is kind of a bike park, it's pretty much a bike park. I'll show you guys again. Alright, no one's coming down, so I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. Alright, 20 hours later, we're finally getting into the building. Here we go, into the lobby. We've got a nice bathroom. On the side is Mel's massing model. What a statement piece for the building. Immediately just hits you with architecture. I'm just NPC style moving up the building. Beautiful carpeted floor. Honestly, this building could be for anything. It's not built for architecture, so there's no crit spaces or anything like that. Upstairs is a second year studio. It's like a quantum computer lab. I'm too scared to go in there. I bet you think this is a table. Nope, it's an architecture model. It's slightly falling apart, but you know what? I've never made a 1-to-1 scale model. This is Yava's model. It's really nice to see it in person, because when she showed it to me in her portfolio, I stared at it for probably 20 minutes, trying to figure out how she did it, if it was a model or a render. But honestly, what confuses me more is how these vegetables stay green. As someone that can't keep a cactus alive. And here we got a nice 3D printed toilet. Probably nicer than the bathrooms downstairs. Well, actually, it is nicer. I went downstairs and I pissed in the dark. On the wall, we have Ryan's drawing. I don't know if this was taken from the internet or he did this. Just because it's so big, so I can't imagine drawing this whole thing. So maybe it's a bit of both. I haven't built on land in like 2 years, so speaking to Cambridge students really makes me remember how sensitive you have to be when building in the city. And by the way, that's the undergrad building across the street. And now we're in the first part of the Master's Year 1 studio of Cambridge. This one's like the introvert room. And here we get to see the second part. And together, these two are the entirety of the Year 1 studio. It's almost like it's really small. But again, there's only 25 people in the year. I'm doing a video on eating in a Cambridge dining hall. And it's crazy how big the dining hall is compared to this. But because the course is so small, you can kind of sit wherever you want. There's no set seating arrangement. So people can just put stuff everywhere. No idea what this is. Some sort of conceptual section, I'm guessing. We're looking at some remnants of models. This one's Elvin's. That is a toilet. Much nicer model over here. It's huge. That one's actually huge. I don't know how they moved it in here. This one's got a really nice base of terrains. It really shows the depth. Hello, lady. It's honestly a really nice view. You can't get this in London. This kind of low-rise buildings where you look out and you actually see trees just beside you. From this angle, it does kind of look like a coffee mug with its lid down. For your information, I did design a pancake building, at least that's what I call it, or as most people will call it, a nipple or tit building. So I've got all these pent-up anger, so I've got to release that somehow, right? A nice and simple plan drawing. Here we are, headed into the extrovert space. Look at all that natural light. Ah, I hate it. Now we've got an absolute architecture demon entering our scene. I'm scared, so I had to look away. This is Mr. Jean-Marc's model. A little disappointed, to be honest. It's not 1-to-1. Nice little sketch that's missing a corner. Okay, this is definitely the neatest desk. It's like a whole portfolio page. You've got Ryan's motto, looking very structural over here. Some casted joinery. I guess some more material tests. But behold, my absolute favorite motto. This right here, exquisite. It's perfect. It's honestly a pretty collaborative setup. Like when people are in, everyone's working at a big desk that's in the middle of this entire room. Personally, I like a bit more privacy because it helps me focus. So I'd go for like 2-3 hours of work and then half an hour of chatting to friends, getting their opinions on things, and then 30 more hours of work. That's usually my cycle. But again, I think everyone's got a different method, and there's the introvert room for that kind of working cycle that I was talking about. From speaking to Elvin and his Cambridge friends, I think everyone that studies here is very intelligent and they're very much on their theories of architecture. But I'll talk more about that in a future video where I share why I rejected Cambridge last year. By the way, I am a Bartlett student and I'm going back to Masters this year. This beanbag is really nice, especially for people like me that's unemployed. So I just spent the whole day there sketching and stuff, listening to the rain. So apparently you get all your materials paid for here in Cambridge, like your cardboard paper, your foam, your printing paper, all of that. So I think that's where the money that they had to spend on the studio went. The 3D printing and fabrication lab is across the street behind the undergrad building. I think 3D printing is also free, so the master's program is really doing well for their physical modeling resources. My man's working hard, but as you can see, I think this was probably a weekend, so no one was in. But normally I would say 6-7 people comes in every day, maybe a little more, but I don't think any more than 10. So that's like 30 to 40% of the year. Overall, it's a great space if you like a small program and a more traditional style of architecture, which is more physical making based. And yeah, that's about it for the Master's Year 1 studio. So in conclusion, don't apply to here. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. Bye.